guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and today I am doing a memory keeping spread with this older Scribble Prince Co kit that I picked up a second copy of at the SPC planner party, and I am using this gorgeous blue foil from Rose Colored Days and then the matte silver Wiglet Wednesday from Scribble Prince Co, along with this Simply Gilded washi that has both blue and silver foil on it, so it's perfect for this spread. And I also pulled in a silver Girl Boss Anna overlay, her new 15mm size, and this is the confetti, and it looks like snowflakes, I think. So this is just a very snowy, wintry kit. If you watched my planner flip through from 2018, you know I used this kit, I think either last January or January, because I used it for our anniversary week last year, and I really didn't love how it came out. I tried to do a no white space spread, and it just felt really dark and heavy, and I was still using check boxes. So I wanted to give this kit a second chance to really shine, because I had really loved this kit when it came out, and I felt like the way I did it just didn't work out very well. So because this kit is an older kit, it doesn't have squared off half boxes, so I did just use normal half boxes and then utilized more whiteout than I normally would in my sidebar so that the lines weren't peeking out around the rounded edges of the half boxes. I also pulled in this 5mm white with silver star Simply Gilded washi. I have been obsessed with the 5mm Simply Gilded. I think it's so pretty. Like specifically the star 5mm. Other than just using bows all the time, I really enjoy it. And I think the stars kind of look like snow, like everything just sort of has a snowy vibe in this kit, which I love. I did intentionally use a less busy full box on the bottom so that I could do the Let It Snow quote box from Rose Colored Days over that. I got lots of wintry stuff in blue foil, so it was really nice to get to use more of it. I did do a blue foil spread in November. If you watched my memory keeping flip through, I did one with an old glam planner kit, like I did blue and rose gold foil, but I don't think I've filmed any of the blue foil spreads I've done. This might only be the second blue foil spread I've done, but I really love blue foil. I have quite a bit of it because I just think it's really pretty, and blue's my favorite color. So it was great to be able to pull in more blue foil. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down the full boxes, the glitter headers, the overlays, the deco, you know, all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to jump back into it when we're going day by day. wanted to mark on my sidebar were that Joe was still sick. If you watched my first week of January memory keeping, Joe got the flu. It's the same week he got the flu last year, so oops, now I know not to take the first week of January off with him. That seems to be the week he always gets sick. But Joe is still sick, so I wanted to mark that. He was sick even into the next week. It took him over 2 weeks to get over whatever he had. He was coughing like crazy, but he's better now. And then the other thing I wanted to mark was just being more positive and productive. I sort of had good energy, good vibes going coming off of vacation, and I had just gotten into a really good routine, and I wanted to carry that with me into this week. So this is a pretty boring week. A lot of it is just doing chores and boring house stuff, but it was a really good week for me. I felt like myself in a way I haven't in a while, and part of it I think is my medicine has been kicking in for like the lupus medicine I'm on has been kicking in. I did have one day that I didn't feel great, but I think it's because I got my period, TMI. But I have just been feeling more energetic, more like myself, and I've kind of gotten back into my habits and my routines, and I'm digging it. So Monday, I woke up, first thing I did was unload the dishwasher, and then I had my coffee and watched J. Crew Plans, which is my favorite thing to do on a Monday morning. And then I worked 9:30 to 5:30 instead of 9 to 5 because my coworker had a program that was at a different location that was running until 5, so she wasn't going to be back till 5:30, so I covered desk for her. She was supposed to be on desk from 5 to 8, but I covered until 5:30 for her. No big deal. And then I went and had a Walmart pickup, which was super annoying. This Walmart is always out of stuff. Like, it'll say it's in stock and I'll order it, and then they'll always be out of the stuff that I need. So they were out of kale and coconut water, which I use in my green smoothie that I have every morning. So I did have to go to Giant Eagle the next day to get kale and coconut water, which was annoying. The Giant Eagle that was by my apartment was bigger, and I think they had better stock of stuff. And they never, occasionally I'd have a substitute, but it would always be a really similar product because they would have, 5 different kinds of kale, like different brands, stuff that was bagged, stuff that was just, the loose leaf. I don't know. That's been my biggest pet peeve. I feel like every time I do a grocery pickup, there's a substitution or they didn't have half of the stuff at this Walmart. So I haven't been doing as many Walmart pickups. And then I came home with the groceries. I was productive. I got stuff done. I tidied. I was productive and positive. So I needed to use a winning munchkin for that. I also planned, I had my tea. Tea is another thing I've really gotten into. I don't know if I talked about that in my last week's memory keeping spread, because it's been a little bit since I did that voiceover, but tea has become my new wine most nights. Even if I have a glass of wine, I feel like I can't go to bed until I have my cup of tea. So that's been just a really soothing, good nighttime ritual to get in. I think for me, more than anything, I just need a chill, relaxing beverage that sort of marks that the work part of my day is over and now it's me time. So tea sort of does the same thing as wine, but with fewer calories. So I have been really into tea. Tuesday, the exciting thing that I'm marking here is the woman who orders all of the books for teen for our library system got in several large boxes of advanced readers copies or ARCs, and I got to go through the boxes, and I got first dibs on ARCs to take home to read. So I have a little pile of ARCs. I've read through a couple of them. I really like getting to read advanced copies and all the books that are getting hyped up to find out whether or not they're actually worth the hype. And following the theme trend of being productive, I immediately after work, I went and filled up my tires and got gas because I knew it was supposed to get really cold on Wednesday and the temperature was already starting to drop Tuesday night. So I just went, I got it done. I hate filling up my tires. I usually have Joe do it, but like I said, Joe was really sick. I was not going to have him get in my car and be touching all that stuff. So I did that. I had to return something to Giant Eagle because in typical fashion, I did a grocery delivery thing. I got it for free from them, and they delivered the wrong thing, and I didn't want to pay for it. So I went to go return it and get my money back, and I also had to go get my kale and coconut water that Walmart didn't have. It was just a disappointing week for grocery services, and I had an Amazon package, which was my 5th clear plastic container for my Girl Boss Anna overlay. So now I have a container for every foil color, which is really nice. I marked here, I'm grabbing like a washi munchkin, but I organized all my Girl Boss Anna overlay tapes. I got out my label maker. I labeled each one for like the foil it is. So I have one for gold, champagne, silver, hollow, and rose gold. So it's better than it was before. It was sort of like everything was just mashed together and it was not functional. I also, on Tuesday night, I'm very proud of myself. I collected and took out the trash, which I hate doing. That's normally Joe's job. But like I said, he was still really sick. And I was like, you should not be outside in this weather. Like, it was getting really gross outside. And I was just like, yeah, you should not be out in this. And also, I didn't want him running around the house touching everything, because I did not get what he had. But I basically like quarantined him and followed him around with a bottle of Lysol for 2 weeks. And I mean, it worked, but, you know, whatever. But I was so brave. I feel like that was, like, so miserable outside. It was nasty weather. I just have to, like, toot my own horn that I did that, because I hate collecting the trash. Wednesday, I woke up with a fever, like a lupus fever. And I think it's just because I got my period and the hormones were just messing with me. But I had a little bit of a flare-up. And this is the last day that I had a fever or felt, like, really achy or tired. Which is good, you know. It's been almost 3 weeks since then. It has been 3 weeks since then, and I haven't had any flare-ups, which is the longest I've gone feeling like myself. I have way more energy. People have commented that I look healthier. So it's really nice to feel like I'm on the upswing. I did end up calling off work because my fever wouldn't go away. And I just felt so achy and awful. And then I got my period that night. It was like 2 days early, which I think is why I didn't realize in the morning what was going on. And then I got my period that afternoon or something. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I love that period emoji from Coffee Monsters Co. I have, I think, every iteration of that sheet she's ever done. They're like the only period stickers I have. And I also used a Mandy Dreams film slate to mark uploading my November and December monthlies, which are live on my channel now. If you wanted to go check those out. I know they're a little late. Did I put January up yet? I think I uploaded January, but I haven't made it live yet. I don't know. But I love all the washi banners in my November and December and January monthlies, so they're very pretty. Thursday was more of the same. Unloaded my dishwasher and had my coffee and planned. I try to be, like, if I can unload my dishwasher at night before I go to bed, I do. But a lot of times, by the time I'm able to start my dishwasher, I'm asleep or in bed by the time it's done. So I try to unload it first thing in the morning, like while my coffee is brewing. A big thing I do is if it's something that I'm really not looking forward to, I'll set a timer for, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. And it's like, that's doable. I can do 5 minutes of something, and then it's always done before the 5 minutes are up. So I feel like I motivate myself the way a preschooler would. It's like, here's the gold star in your planner. Like, you get to check off you unloaded the dishwasher, and setting a timer to, like, beat the timer to get something done. That's like what people do with little kids. But I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't keep that work label there because I ended up using a different color. I think I decided I didn't like the color I had used, that maybe it was too light and didn't work. I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't know what's going on. I also didn't move down to show you putting the second unload label down at the bottom of Thursday. I don't have a viewfinder on my camera, and I'm also really bad about remembering to move stuff. Me in the past, what am I doing? So Thursday night, I am going to mark this at some point. I did go to Giant Eagle, but I put that in the top box. And then I came home and just chilled with tea and listened to my audiobook. Okay, now I'm deciding I'm going to put down my trip to Giant Eagle. I literally don't know what I was thinking when I did this. I'm always so all over the place when I film memory keeping spreads. I'll seriously have like over an hour and a half of raw footage when I do memory keeping. I don't know. I don't know how people plan quickly. I cannot do it. But I used this emoji from Coffee Monsters Co. of the emoji all bundled up with a blanket and tea and a book. And I think I was like playing my happy little color game, listening to my audiobook. I have my tea that I marked with the cute little wonton. I've been like a big fan of Wonton in a Million recently. I didn't have a lot of like Wonton in a Million before, but I like ordered some and I'm like, I dig it. I didn't like her old paper very much, but I like the new paper quite a bit. So I've been converted. I am now a Wonton in a Million fan, which is like, how many character stickers do I possibly need? Like, the answer is always more. So, Friday, I don't know why I was so tired. Maybe, did I stay up? This might have been, there might have been like whatever book I was listening to, I wanted to finish it before I fell asleep. And this might have been when I was listening to, was it Two Can Keep a Secret or something? There was one night I stayed up way too late listening to an audiobook, and I can't remember if it was this week or the next week. I like couldn't go to sleep until I knew how it ended. So on Friday, I guess I was tired, and I had work from 9 to 5. There were Scribble Prince Co. new releases. Gotta move things around 8,000 times, as I do. Oh my gosh, how many times can I move that work label? Seriously? I don't know. But then I had 2 orders come in from Crate & Barrel and PB Teen. I got my Hedwig lamp, which is super cute, and I'm looking at it right now, and I love it. It's my second owl lamp that I have upstairs. I really like owls, and it's Hedwig the owl standing on a stack of books. Like, could a lamp get more me? I don't think so, but it's really cute. I'm very excited about it. And like Friday was the first time I had a glass of wine in 2 weeks, which is saying something for me. 2 weeks without wine. I told you I've been like really on a tea kick. And actually this night I felt like I couldn't go to bed because I was so used to having tea before bed. After my glass of wine, still made myself tea and like stayed up an extra half an hour to have tea before I fell asleep because it like felt weird to not have a cup of tea. But I did some planning and then I read in bed. I think this was the night. No, because I think I started Gilded Wolves on Saturday. I don't think, maybe I started it on Friday. I didn't like it, which I'll talk about in my February monthly. But I don't remember what I was reading this night. Oh well. But on Saturday, I had coffee, I chilled out, I read, it must have been a different book. I think I started Gilded Wolves on Saturday night, but I finished whatever physical book I was reading, and then I was listening to, I think the audiobook I was listening to at this point was Winter in the Lunar Chronicles, and I was listening to my audiobook while I tidied up. Joe took a massive amount of stuff to Goodwill. A lot of it was stuff that I had decluttered quite a while ago, but I had put off bagging up and taking out to the car. So I just bagged up. I think we took like 3 garbage bags of clothes, and a lot of it was stuff, like I said, I'd already decluttered and had it set aside to go to Goodwill, but I hadn't bagged it up. So I cleared off the shelf in my closet, sent it all to Goodwill. Joe took, there was other stuff like puzzles and games and a lamp and other random stuff that I knew we were never going to use. Some like champagne flutes that I didn't register for that someone got me that I've never used because I used them like once and they're such a pain to clean and they're not my style. Like I didn't register for them. They weren't like super nice ones. So I was like, someone else can use these. I'm never going to use these. I haven't used them in like 3.5 years. So if I want champagne flutes, I can buy champagne flutes that I like and that aren't so difficult to clean. Because these ones had like a very sharp point at the bottom, and like it was so hard to get like any kind of sticky residue out of the bottom. They were just a pain to clean. Since I feel like I just went on a rant about champagne flutes. Oh well, whatever. And then I finished my 2018 memory keeping planner, like my last spread. And so I filmed my 2018 memory keeping flip through, which was super exciting. It was nice to like be done with that. I felt like that was the memory keeping planner that would never end. And so then this, I think, was the night I started Gilded Wolves. I had some more wine, and then I ended up ordering pizza. There was so much snow outside and the weather was just so gross. I really wanted just like a single slice of pizza, and the garlic cheese sticks from Papa John's are like my jam. So I ordered cheese sticks and pizza, and I had my one piece of pizza and I had some garlic sticks, and they were really yummy. And then Sunday was just like a really chill, zen, relaxing morning. I want to say like the sun came out finally on Sunday. I remember like sitting in the living room and I had my diffuser going and I had my coffee, and it was just like really relaxing and chill. And then I did more filming and editing. I think I might have filmed my rings setup on Sunday, but I know I edited like my memory keeping flip through and something else. I don't know. I filmed my first week of January memory keeping spread on Sunday. I think that's what I did, the Wicked one. And then I did my ring setup, my Valentine's Day rings setup with the SPC TN kit, and it was super cute. And then Sunday, I just had some me time, so I used the Space Munchkin to mark me time. I think that's been part of what's been keeping me really chill and zen, is I've been making more of a point to make sure I have that time to myself every day, whether I'm planning or reading. Like, obviously I love my husband and I enjoy spending time with him, but I think him being like sick and us not spending as much time together made me realize how much I wasn't getting the alone time I needed. And I wasn't giving myself space to be alone with my thoughts, even if it's just like 45 minutes or an hour every day. Like, I need to be alone by myself in a room, like in quiet, to be myself, like to be the best version of myself and to not be so stressed out. So that was something I learned over these 2 weeks, and I've been really enjoying just being alone with myself and a book and my thoughts, and it's all good. So this is the finished spread, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I love the blue foil. Like, look at this wiggle. Look at this wiggle. It's so shiny. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.